Hello. I finally talked myself into doing this, being more active online and creating a vlog, posting more, creating more content, being more involved and interactive and all that good stuff. I'm known as La E. Some of you know me as La E. Many know me as Evelyn. You can call me whatever your little heart desires. I'm not going to sit here and give you all of my business because if you've been following me for long enough, you pretty much know who I am. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, well, then get to know me, okay? I've been pushing this off for a while. I don't know why. And it's crazy because, like, I've recorded other videos in the past. I just never uploaded them and posted them. Kind of talk myself out of those things. Kind of like my own worst enemy. I'm my greatest, biggest fan, but also my worst enemy sometimes. And then I was drinking some coffee and I was having a little break and I was about to start doing some review with my son because I homeschool my son. And I was finishing up my coffee and my breakfast, late breakfast, because my youngest decided to be on one this morning. And so he kind of pushed the agenda a little back. And so we finally got him to like pass out on his little swing. Thank God for those swings. But I sat down, had some coffee, some breakfast, and I started pulling out some cards for myself. And this card came out, Take a Break. A life's work, not a season. And I'm like, I've been contemplating and pondering, and I've been wanting to do this, and my sister has been encouraging me to do it. She's like, Evelyn, there's women that are just like you, that are going through what you're going through, and they don't know how to do it. They need somebody to like shed a light. So why not share, right? What I know. Right. So, I don't know. Where do we go from here? I don't know. So, I recently gave birth, as I just recently posted everywhere. Um, my son actually just turned 3 months last week. He just turned 3 months, and it's been pretty difficult. This is my second baby. My first one was, it was a dream. I just coasted right through it. I didn't have any complications. My son was born very healthy. I recovered quickly. It was great. It was smooth sailing. So I thought this one was also going to be a breeze, but I had a very rude awakening when I was about, let me see, how many months was I? I think I was about like 4 months, 4 or 5 months pregnant. I had a very rude awakening and I started experiencing complications in my pregnancy. And it was scary. It was very scary. My body didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same. I couldn't even walk. Like, I would literally have to drag myself out of bed to the bathroom. Like, it was really scary. Um, it may have something to do with my age. It may have something to do with the fact that I'm not as physically active as I was when I was pregnant with my first one. And I had a lot more terrible eating habits this time around. So that may have a lot to do with it. But the pregnancy was complicated, and the birth was complicated. Everything happened so suddenly. I had to do a C-section. I was going for a natural birth. I even did like hypnobirthing, and I had set the whole vibe in the hospital room. Like, I had, my salt rock lamp, and I had incense, and I had binaural beats going, and even the nurses were like, "Damn, girl, it's a vibe in here." But I was just, in Zen the whole time. But the closer it got, the more time went by, they were just like, "No, we need to get that baby out." So we ended up doing a C-section, and it was kind of nightmarish. Um, I tried to fight it off for as long as I could, but then they were just like, nah, bitch, we gotta do this. So we ended up doing the C-section, and it's not been healing as good as the first one. I'm still in the process of healing, which sucks because it's been 3 months already. And last time around, at 3 months, I was already working out and, getting fit again. And this time around, I can't even do yoga stretches without feeling the pain. And it's been crazy. I don't know who else is going through this or who else has gone through this. Give me some pointers, please, if you have, and how you overcame it. I'm trying to stay away from taking meds and medication because I do breastfeed my baby. And that's a whole nother conversation. My kid, so he was born also with breathing conditions, like like he had breathing problems, and like he was born not 100%. So he was like in NICU for like 2 weeks. And then the first couple weeks here at home were pretty difficult for him also. Just the adjustment of him getting acquainted with the house and acquainted with us, and see, he wasn't sure if we were there for good or if we were going to be leaving him. Like, he had anxiety for a little bit there, and it's been it's crazy, like the journey of a child, like a baby that's born with health conditions, and their first couple like months or days or weeks or whatever of life that they spend in NICU, that really does affect the child's psychological, their psyche, and people need to understand that babies are humans, and just because they're babies, that doesn't make them any less important. Like, they also have feelings and emotions and thoughts and memories that they create from everything that happens to them. So I've been seeing that with my baby, and thankfully now he's a happy little boy and he smiles now. And that took a while. At first he was always like grumpy, and he did not want to, get too close to us, and it took a lot of work for us to like get him to feel comfortable and know that you're safe now, you're home with mom, and we're your family, and everything's okay. Nobody's gonna poke you here. Nobody's gonna do all of that to you. Even though unfortunately I still have to take him to doctor appointments, and he still does have to get poked sometimes. I feel terrible, but it has to be done to make sure he's okay. So, back to the healing. So, still going through that. I'm slowly but surely going into uh, methods of recovery that are going to work for me this time around. I've recently had to like change my diet and my eating habits, because what I eat affects my baby, because I breastfeed him, and it must be lactose intolerant. I had to find that out the hard way. The poor kid, his butt was burning for a while there. Like, I felt terrible. Like, I went through all different types of formulas to figure out what was going on with him, because like he was always like very fussy and always like pooping and like diarrhea, and his butt was always irritated, and he was like, it was horrible. His first month was really difficult. The first 2 months, I'm not gonna lie, were very difficult for him and for me. Like, very well, for all of us in the house. Like, it's been very difficult because like we had to all get acquainted with one another. I went through every single type of formula that's out there, like, well, Enfamil and Similac. Like, Similac, no good for him. Like, he just, any Similac type formula that they have, like, all make him sick. Enfamil, I had to go through like, let me see, one, two, three, four different kinds of Enfamil to finally find the right one for him. And I still, from time to time, try to experiment, go in between, and no, he's not having it. And so when I breastfeed him, I can see the effects that my breast milk has on him too. So like, I had to cut back on a lot of different things, and I had to like remove regular milk from my diet because it's bad for him. Um, so I had to like swap out, like when I make coffee, or when I eat cereal or yogurt, I have to give up the yogurt. And yogurt was part of my diet because it's really good for me physically. Like, well, for anybody, yogurt is really good. But for me, it was helping me with me losing weight and, getting what I need, the prebiotics and all that good stuff. And it sucks that I had to like cut that out of my diet. So I've been looking for alternatives, and there is Greek yogurt made with coconut milk. So I should post about that too. I will post about my diet, the changes that I've had to make as a breastfeeding mama to a little child that is must be lactose intolerant, and the changes that I've had to make to the foods that I eat so that my milk doesn't make him sick. And so that's gonna be another post that I'll make later. Or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I have a lot going on here. And I'm taking long on this, and I need to go downstairs and do a review with Evan because he think he's slick right now. He's over there watching Crudes, thinking I don't know that's what he's doing, but it's okay. But let me make this quick. So, yes, that's all my business right now. That's where I'm at right now. This is why I've been MIA. I'm sorry I've been missing in action. I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to a lot of people. I'm sorry that I went ghost on some of you. I'm sorry that I've been so slow to get work back to you. I know some of you still trying to work with me, and and I have been very vague with what's going on with me. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you that I will get back to you. I have not forgotten you, Precise. I haven't forgotten you. I have your stuff there. Yes, so I will get back to a lot of you. Those who have been very patient with me and working with my very slow moving self. I appreciate you for never giving up on me, and those who still tune in, those who check up on me and are always like, are you okay? And I'm vague with my details. This is why I had a very rough past year. My sister passed away from cancer. I was pregnant, experiencing horrible, horrible, horrible health issues. Had a baby, been trying just to get him well, get the house situated, get my life situated, get everything back on track. And once I get everything back on track here on my end, right now my priorities are my health, my son's health, my other son's education. Once I get, myself in that state where I'm just like, okay, everything is good, now I can move on to the next thing, then you will be seeing a lot more of me though. Okay, and I will be sharing this whole journey with you because a lot of people have been involved in my journey since the early 2000s when I first decided to like step out into the world, I guess, in the music scene. And so I appreciate everybody, and I love all the support, and thank you for being here, and thank you for checking in on me, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.